and thanks for joining me for another video here on my YouTube channel. It's actually evening time. I just arrived in a village in South Wales called Bushley. It's for the start of a 600-kilometre bike ride tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, up and bright and early. So I've just got into the hall, laid out my sleeping bag, and just about to. I think I'm going to drive into Chepstow because I need to find something to eat before I go to sleep. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, I've just picked up my birthday card. So yeah, let's have a good look at this. Lots of stamps, lots of controls. It's even more. Actually, I've decided not to bring the throwing bag along. Don't need much in the way of winter clothes, none really. But snood, pair of gloves, just like mittens. Spare jersey. It looks like it's going to rain a bit, so I need to bring some waterproofs. But that's about it really. Travel light. So let's check out the car park, shall we? Still plenty of people arriving. There's probably, well, looking at the cards, there's probably over 100 riders this morning taking part in the Benjamin Allen's summer outing. It's a 600 kilometre bike ride. And look, Ricky Goody's just shown up. How we doing? All right? Gone through Simon Yacht and nice off-road section here. So let me introduce this ride properly. It's a 600 kilometre audax bike ride through Wales, South Wales into mid Wales, and there is over 6,000 metres of climbing. It's nearly 7,000 in total. So for me, that's pushing my limits, which is constantly what I've been trying to do every ride this year. Because if you've not been watching any of my earlier videos, you won't know I'm actually aiming to compete in Paris-Brest Paris in August. Now, if you don't know what that is, firstly, of course, you can Google it, you'll find the answer. But for me, quickly, it's a 1,200 kilometre bike ride. I've got 84 hours to complete that. And, well, this particular ride is half that distance and is my final qualifying ride of 2019. So with this being a 600k ride, essentially this is what I call, well, day one basically. And day one, or let me start from the beginning. The first stop of the day, we're about to get some sleep, not first stop, but first sleep stop is 405 k's. So day two will be around 200k. Now that's the way it is, that's in simple terms, but I will be trying to get as close as possibly can to 400k in the first day. I don't think I'm going to get very close to it, but I'm certainly going to hope to get reasonably close. Let's just see how it turns out. So I've just left the first control point of the day, which was the village cafe at Talabon-Tusk. I didn't stop for any food. I was even though really tempted to. The queue was rather long, so I nipped into the shop. Well, I got the stamp quickly at the cafe, and then there was a corner shop right next door, so I went in there, grabbed a sandwich. Next cafe is in Landovre, which is about 75k from here. So hopefully I'll get ahead of the bulk of people, and I'll have lunch there instead. left the West End Cafe and Landovery. A couple of sausages, mushy peas and chips from the takeaway menu. So I got in and out quickly. The next place is 90k away. It's called Devil's Bridge, also known as the Devil's Staircase. Doesn't sound very comforting. Purple House. Lots of windy country lanes as we head towards Devil's Bridge. Just coming through Landovery Breathy again. Probably massacring Welsh place names here. Landovery Breathy, because this is where the village that the Little Britain was meant to be set in. There's not a lot here for what I recall when I took part in the Brevet Cymru 3 weeks ago. It is a 400km audax ride. I'll put a link in the corner of the screen, so if you want to go watch that, see how well I did. So this is the Devil's Bridge, also known as the Devil's Stairgate. Devil's Staircase, of course. Well, 305k into this ride, and I've just stopped here to grab a picture of this. It's the Osprey Sanctuary, somewhere in Wales, and the time is 10 to 9. So I'm trying to get as many kilometres as I can in between now and midnight. My previous record for a similar sort of time span, 320 kilometres. That was an all flat one in Lincolnshire. So yeah, I'm well exceeding that ride. Well folks, I've just gone through Mallinillaeth and Pennygoes. I start heading back west now. Yeah, I made it across Wales all in one go. 315k. The first time it's rained all day. Now I don't know if you can see me, but I've just finished the possibly the toughest climb of this ride, Newton, and there was a couple of people, but they decided to go around and decided to continue on, and just gone up it and running low on water now, so a bit dry. But yeah, that was a good climb. Just about to reach the highest point of this route, 426 at the moment. It's probably going to be about 435 by the time we get to the top. And also, since 5 AM to midnight, I've done 363 kilometres. Well pleased with that. Didn't realise I'd be able to get so close to 400k on a really hilly climb ride like this. Well, hello, good morning. It's day 2 of the ride. I'm just about to get back on my bike, take off again. I've just had about 2.5 hours sleep. Hopefully my legs will know how to work. It's 5:15 as I'm leaving again. Body's feeling pretty seized up. Hopefully it'll loosen up as the ride goes on. I'm here at Lock's Garage, about 120-130k to go, so what's that, 85 miles, something like that. And about an hour from the Monmouth climb, and then into Chepstow and the Severn Bridge. We're on the other side of the River Severn, then making our way back to Tewkesbury. So hopefully maybe it's cold, maybe 4-5 hours it'll be all over. Let's see what happens. So yeah, audax ride come to an end till Paris Brest Paris. But next weekend, DIYs, I'm going to be going to the Netherlands. So gone from hilly Wales to flat Netherlands, and it'll be the second country I cycle across. We'll be taking the ferry from Hull, landing in Rotterdam, cycling all the way from Rotterdam through Amsterdam, across the river. I'm not sure what name it is. I'll be stopping in a place called Mackham, and on Whitsun Monday, I'll be taking part in, I think it's more or less classed as an audax. I'm not sure, it's got a brevet card style thing. In translated, it's the 11 cities of Friesland. Looking forward to that. It's going to be. I've never been to the Netherlands, so I'm going to be absolutely stunned by the cycling infrastructure, I'm sure. And it's mostly on cycle paths, as you can imagine. Well folks, I'm just coming towards the end of this 600-kilometre ride. Just parked to cross over the old Severn Bridge, and well, the last hour and a half it's been absolutely well, memorable to say the least. There was diversion at Tindern into Chepstow, and I wasn't quite sure how to go around it, so I went up massive hill, came back down again, and then repeated it yet again. So probably got an extra 400 metres worth of climbing today. But anyway, nearly there, nearly there. Well, hello viewers, as you can see by surroundings, it's what's the following day after the ride. Just had a good night's sleep in a campsite in Worcestershire. So I just wanted to round up this video really, saying what a fantastic weekend it was. Yeah, what views, and a big thanks to Mark Rigby and all his team for getting the route together and all the organisation at the various stops, and especially that sleep stop in at Wigmore Village Hall. That was much appreciated. It was good to get our head down for well, ended up with about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. So I had some good sleep, got back on the bike, I was good as new as again. That was my final PBP, the Paris Brest Paris qualifier. That's the 600 distance done. So yeah, once the validation of the Berwick card goes through, I'm off to Paris in August. Yes. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and the last series of videos, my journey through to Paris Brest Paris. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week now, because I thought it was Netherlands next week, but so I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to do. It's going to be something fun, not too challenging in terms of climbs. So yeah, from me, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you have a great week. See you later. Did I really go 400 metres to get around a diversion? Didn't capture on camera, but one of the more challenging aspects of the ride was out in Newtown. The big climb up, it must have been about 200 metres. 11 o'clock at night, well, yeah, about 11 o'clock at night. between 15 and 18%. Single track road, loads of dirt and crap in the middle, and there's me winding my way up a technical climb, and it's getting close to midnight. When I reached Wigmore Village Hall and finally, well, I something to eat, I went to bed, and I don't know why I didn't turn my phone on, but I was in a room, it was absolutely pitch black, my eyes hadn't adjusted, I was fumbling my way, kicking people's feet, trying to find a sleeping bag. It was hilarious at the time.